uh, a kind of football she is playing. She is aware about her position. She is aware about the teammates' position. The kind of awareness she brings into the field, the kind of passes those she makes. It becomes sometimes the goals were so easy. The tapping goals which she gives to the teammates are amazing. This shows how maturity is there in her game.
Now let's have a look at her inspiring journey so far.
My name is Tom. I am from Myanmar. I come into here play for Gokulam team. My I play is under 30 and started play football. Under 30, under 16, under 90, and national team. Every May I try to play. Every year I try. Every day I try to play football. So now I a little bit perfect coming. A lot of people play to football. They are more interested in football. Football is very nice they are playing. Myanmar football first time I play under 30, very young. So no okay. My parents also no okay. No last but I say my fighting my parents. I want go to play football. So one day I go to football school. They are say no going. I say I'm going. I want going. So I'm going to football school. I'm learning football academy. I'm going to learn it 3 years. 1 year, one time can go to home. Only one time can go to home. Every day practice, morning practice, after practice going to school. So this academy is very good. So this academy I can learn football. I first position in midfield. I very like midfield play, but some other coach coming, I use winger. Next coach coming, I use striker. I play every position, but I cannot play center midfield and goalkeeper. But this striker midfield I can play. I come in because this our country woman is first time one player going to play. This is first time for me, so I want come to here because I want experience. So I come into here and play. Gokulam they are calling me, so I also happy. So our country woman is never outside no going to play. So they are first time calling me. So I want come into here. So I come into here and play. Indian people is very good because they are very kind. They are always helping me. So Indian people is very good. Before they are coming to Myanmar in 2 times. Qualifying for their Olympic qualifying coming 2 times. So I know they are player. This player, Ratan, I know Dalima, I know Ashalada, I know so many national player I know. So now coming here and they are together play. I'm really so happy. But I can show they are how to play football. They also helping me together sharing football. This how to solution football. So we together sharing every day talking about football and sharing. Because we are everybody trying to play winning. We are everybody win. Now we are top. Now our team is good team. So we we are playing time also good coming. So this is top coming. So that's a good I think. I was say Gokulam Kela FC Farm. Thank you because they are always supporting our day. So Every match winning or losing, they always supporting. So thank you so much. We are trying for every match winning. And we are take to topic and coming to Kera Gokulam Kera as the topic take to coming to Kalikan. Waiting for this. Thank you.
Now, she mentioned that she likes playing into the hole behind the striker, and she is one of the elite playmakers of the tournament. And any coach would love to have a player like her in the team who can produce and score goals at the same time.
Absolutely. That position, which is called number 10 on the football pitch, is so vital, so crucial. People always talk about who was the goal scorer, but very few people talk about who did the assist because the hard work, the kind of passes she makes. I think the goals which have been scored by Manisha and Grace, half of the credit should go to this girl because those kind of passes she made had made the job of Manisha and Grace to score those easy tap-in goals. So yes, it is very important. We talk about the team, the whole team of Gokulam FC. If the forwards are doing their job, the defense is also doing an amazing job. Ashalata Devi, Dali Machepar, they have been rock solid in the defense, and the goalkeeper, Aditi John, only conceding one goal in 5 games is also a tremendous achievement from the defensive unit also of Gokulam FC.
And Gokulam Kerala also going through a very purple patch, both in men's and women's category. A club just 6 years old, winners of the Durant Cup, Kerala Premier League, Kerala Women's League, IWL, and also the first club to play in the AFC Cup. How do you see to this meteoric rise of Gokulam Kerala?
One thing you missed out. They recently won the Santosh Trophy also. So Kerala football
Exactly.
is on what do we say, on a roll. They are on cloud nine. Amazing development in football happening in Kerala, and this is what we want to. So not only Kerala but other states also football should grow, and the stakeholders, the fans should come in. The supporters should support football, which is what we as Indian fans would love to see. Not only in Kerala, but it should go on. It should spread to other states in India also.
And ARA FC, second team from Gujarat after FC Baroda, who played in the Hero Indian Women's League back in 2019. And so far, they have conceded 10 goals, and they are up against a team who've scored 37 in 5 matches. A very, very clinical attacking line. How to contend them, Shakti sir?
Absolutely, and I am very proud and happy to talk about RIFC because I come from the same city, Ahmedabad, from where the RIFC comes in, and really happy to see the development of RIFC in the second division men's league as well as now, going, qualifying for the final round of IWL itself is an achievement. Congratulations the whole coaching staff and the owners, putting in all the efforts. But yes, if we talk about the journey for the Indian Super League, the Hero Indian Women's League, they have played 5 games, won 2 matches, lost 3 matches, but they were close matches. They scored 9 goals, which is also a good part. Yes, a very strong defensive unit against a very strong attacking unit. So it will be an amazing match to see today how quickly Gokulam FC can break this strong defense.
And Preet Bhatt in charge of ARA Football Club. It's also a battle between two head coaches who perhaps they don't follow the same roadmap, but they conquer. Of course, they do of leaving the pitch tonight with massive 3 points.
Yep. To be honest, if I talk about the coach Anthony Andrew, he was also once working at ARA FC long back. So there will be mixed feeling for him also. But again, yes, a young coach and a coach who also likes to experiment a lot. But also he has a backing of 7, 8 international players in his team, which itself make his team hot favorite from the go itself of this league. But yeah, when we talk about RFC, they have nothing to lose. But yeah, they can make an upset if they cannot win. But if we can steal a point out of this game, will also be a very big setback for Gokulam FC.
But do you think the teams which have a very strong base of national players are gaining an upper hand in terms of results in the Hero Indian Women's League?
Always, when you know that your opponent are stronger than you on paper and on field, psychologically it always plays in your mind. But again, you need to take it as a challenge. And if you want to prove to yourself, your team, and the fans, and the selector of the national team that yes, we have the capability, we have the talent, then these games are very very important to stop this stronger opponent. To play better football against them in such games will definitely give them that opportunity to be scouted for the national camp. So this is an opportunity for all the girls playing for RIFC today to play best of the football, especially today's game, so that they can catch the eye of the national scouts.
And with the ongoing season coming towards the business end, how viable is this going to be? Have a home and away format for the Hero Indian Women's League like the Hero ISL and the Hero I League.
It is important. Exposure is so important. Playing, back at your home ground. The supporters, the fans come in. That those are the what we say the 12th man or the extra wings which you needed. As supporters during your home games, it will be very exciting if we go for an home and away format. It will be really good because then the football will not only stick or be located to one place, but it's going to be spread across India, which we definitely want, not only in terms of the men's football but also in the women's football.
And the majority of the players playing the game are students below 21, part-time jugglers. Sometimes we see the Hero Indian Women's League, they coincide with the board exams and other entrance exams. Do you feel a calendar should be in place for women's player to avoid such complications?
Definitely, I feel the organizers, the women department, the All India Football Federation, the league committee would definitely try to see that in coming years, if there is a proper structure, a plan, prepared in a way where this young girls from 17 to 21, mostly who are playing in the league, are in their educational year from high school to the college. So they should not miss out on the education part and prepare a calendar where most of the matches are done during the summer breaks or the holiday time, where it can be compensated with the examination time as well as the game time.
And even districts like Ernakulam, they have a strong league along with many other places in Kerala. How crucial is the strength of district system?
Again, I in favor of state leagues, irrespective of IWL, the highest platform which the women's footballers are getting. But what about the rest of the women footballers, who cannot play in IWL? So where they going to showcase their talent? Then I would request or I would recommend all the state association to at least have that state league or the district league, which are so important to give them the required platform and make the Indian national women's team stronger. Because as we all believe and feel that women's team has a great opportunity to get into the FIFA World Cup before the men's team.
Do you think the removal of the mandatory inclusion of two under 18 players will discourage the development? With an upcoming World Cup at home, this IWL must have seen a golden chance for the 15 to 16 years old players to make their case for a shot at the final 23.
See, rules are always amended or being, it can be added, it can be excluded. So again, whenever there will be a meeting between the club owners or the directors and the organizers like IWL and the National Association, they will definitely try to find out some way where, if not under 18 girls are getting opportunity to play in the starting 11, then they may also come up with an under 18 league or an under 19 league also. So cross, fingers crossed and hope for the best.
And Manisha Kalyan this season for Gokulam Kerala, she's been a revolution in the league with 10 goals, top of the tree when it comes to the goal scorers. Transformed herself into a different kind of player. And apart from her, anyone who have impressed you?
See, we always talk about the attacker. We always talk about who are playing. So we always, a classic example was there with us, like Winton, the kind of football she played. The solitary defense of Dalima Chibar playing from the right wing side, the kind of crosses she's putting in, the kind of assist. She's trying to create a very smart player on the right wing side, Asha Lata Devi, who plays and rock solid central defender, trying to marshal the whole defending line. Aditi Chauhan playing with her experience, guiding the back four and the team, leading the team. So we always talk about the players who are scoring the goals, but these are also so important players which we also need to talk. And I am very happy to see their performance improving game by game.
Which are the areas you think that RFC should really focus on tonight to salvage a point? Because if they manage to do that, then it will do their confidence a world of good for the rest of the tournament.
See, a team like Gokulam FC who has a firepower in their attacking line. So, if I'm the coach, I would definitely would have made some plans for Manisha, Grace, Wingtan, because at this level it's very difficult to stop them. But a kind of a zonal defense or a man-to-man defense, making a strong defensive block at least in front of the zone 14, where giving them as much as less opportunity to penetrate or to get inside the box would be a plan for the coach to see that you keep the Gokulam FC team scoring goals.
And before I end this, my last question is to you. First 30 minutes of the game, how crucial is it? If you were in the dugout of ARA Football Club, what would have been your instruction?
It's very difficult to say because I have not seen the girls as much. I have not worked with them, but with experience, I always plan phases. So for me, first 15 minutes are important. Then from 15 to 30 minutes, and from there 30 to 45 minutes. So I would love to see in phases. For the initial 15 minutes, I will try to see that I play more in the middle third and the attacking third. I would try to restrict the opponent to come inside our attack defending third, and then when we get an acclimatize with the situation, then we may try to open up. But if we feel there are a lot of attack happening, then I would like to see that my midfield and defending line, horizontally and vertically, there are very less gap created, so that the opponent team could not try to take advantage of those free space or the areas which are left empty to be exploited. So that would be my plan: a zonal marking, a man-to-man marking for at least 15-20 minutes. Understand the way the opponents are playing and create more pressure, so that once they are into if they are not scoring goal in 15-20 minutes, they'll be pressurized and they may try to do something different, where we will always have an opportunity to go for a counter attack.
Thank you so much for joining, Shakti sir. It's been a pleasure hosting you. And now we'll go back to the
Same
venue
here.
where live action coming up your way. Stay tuned. Starting points and stages and all the halts and turns and all the changes made by ARA Football Club and Gokulam Kerala this season have led us to this place is 7th versus 2nd in the Hero Indian Women's League table. With 3 points that could define every one of those stages, the two teams have gone through one single end. In the end is to finish into the top spot, and so we are at the Kalinga Stadium, and let us look at the teams as Preet Bhatt and Anthony Andrews give their last-minute instructions in the dressing room. The champions of the Hero IWL qualifiers, ARA FC, are still in search of their third win of the campaign and will be pushing for their third 3 points of the season. Coach Preet Bhatt expressed his views ahead of the match against Gokulam Kerala, and this will be aiming at bagging 3 points for sure. They started the journey with a lot of challenges in front of them, but are feeling positive for today's game. Now, when asked about the preparations and the season so far, he said that the team is quite positive and confident for the next game, and they will try to execute their plan and go for a win. Well, Preet Bhatt very candid while talking to us. Let's hear from him.
They are the good side. They have been on the top of the table, so it could be a great challenge. But our team is quite confident and ready to face the challenges.
Okay. And in terms of facing very attacking side, any changes you made to your team today?
No such changes. There are 2 changes, but we are trying to execute our plan, and we will go with the same plan.
And now the time to get into the team news of ARA Football Club. Kavita will partner Naketa in defence, and Shraddhanjali Panda is a makeshift left back and start at the right back for Poonam. Khushbu returns to the starting 11. The midfield too remains the same for ARA, and all of that then allows the front four to work their magic up front, as Nisha, Kiran, Manisha and Madhubala. In case you thought Preet Bhatt was going to back down and choose a safe lineup, then no, he is going for it, and he has to. It's a basic 4-4-2. Kiran, she does everything, creates chances, gets back and wins the most tackles, gets stuck in and sends in those wicked deliveries. He is their midfield metronome. Well, the subs, Kamini Munda, properly unleashed after a recovery from injury. Reenu is the attacking option, and so as Radhika Patel, and Shreya is the defender available. And Gokulam Kerala, they have retained the core of the squad from the AFC Championship and added the national team stalwarts like Ashalata Devi, Ratan Bala Devi, as Anthony Andrews says, is down to planning for the Hero Indian Women's League much before the long delayed season was allowed. And they have signed players for the Asian tournament, keeping in mind the Hero Indian Women's League, making sure to retain them for the domestic season. In fact, the foreigners played the Kerala Women's League too, and they may have just won 1 out of their 3 matches in the AFC Champions League, but the experience and planning for it is what matters. Not all teams had the same opportunity as Gokulam Kerala, because no one was really sure when the next IWL would happen. The 2021 season, for instance, was never held. Anthony Andrews shared his thoughts. Let's find out.
ARA is a good team. I mean, they have a lot of potential players who have also been part of the national team setup. Having said that, they have won the last game. They will be going all out. They will be confident. We will stick to our plan. We have a positive mindset and we will go for 3 points.
At the top of the table, it's a close race between your side and Sethu just won their match at the Capital Ground. Does that put a little bit of pressure on your girls?
No. Firstly, congratulations on Sethu. But again, we have GDs up. We're gonna go. So we are still on top of the table, but it's still a long way to go. A lot of matches in our hand. So as them. So let's see. Hope for the best.
Oh. Well, now get into the lineup of Gokulam Kerala, and this is the side that's been put up by Anthony Andrews and has shown that he can make his team play in different formations, and so they will adapt to circumstances. As Ritu Rani, she is back and getting a start today. Dalima Chibbar and Shaumya pushes to the right side. Kashmina and Ratan Bala will be the hard players in midfield, and that means Dangmei Grace and her creativity can be utilized in the attacking third, and she will have the willing runners in Manisha Kalyan and Winton. 2 changes in all from Anthony Andrews, with Sonali Jyoti out of the starting 11. What a dream run it has been for Gokulam since Anthony took over. He has come to the club and said, okay girls, we must attack, and Ritu Rani returns to the 11 after a gap, and her space manipulation will help the likes of Ranjana Chanu and Manisha Kalyan. Big leadership role at the back for Gokulam Kerala. Well, ARA Football Club can go to the 6th with a victory against Gokulam. The same stands for the Keralian side. A win will take them back to the top spot as we approach the midway through to the season. And the match officials for today's game, the referee is Purki Bhutia. She is going to be assisted by Chimchim Serto and Debala Ilangbam. The 4th official for today's game is Chitram Badapatra, and match commissioner Adley Costa. For Gokulam Kerala, El Chadai and Shamiksha are on the bench. Fine choices to be called upon if needed. And now the teams are walking out of the tunnel. And yes, there might be other changes in the future, and that future has never been more happily uncertain in the Hero Indian Women's League. Can some of it settle tonight? And Anthony Andrews has changed things a little bit tonight, which is in the front two of Manisha Kalyan and Winton. El Shaddai is on the bench. A little bit of a safe call. Now the match official with the two captains, Aditi Chauhan of Gokulam Kerala and Kiran of ARA Football Club. Well, the Malabarians on a 15-game unbeaten run, and Gokulam and their record in the ongoing season. And ARA Football Club will want to put an end to it. And of course, Gokulam Kerala are also on a longest unbeaten run in this edition of the Hero Indian Women's League, and that is quite something. Meanwhile, the Malabarians, they know that their defense is also watertight, and not just a single goal conceded though from counter-attack. Now, will that change tonight? Nisilia was the player to score against Gokulam Kerala. Must be a big night for the youngster. They've conceded after 2 years in the domestic football. As the teams hurdle up before the kick-off. It's absolutely pelting down here at the Kalinga Stadium. It's a windy condition as the rain comes pouring down here at the Kalinga Stadium. An ideal weather condition to play football. And well, a familiar face last time out. I know that Gokulam Kerala fans don't want to be reminded of this, but when they walk out last time, they have El Shaddai in their ranks, and so many times she provided that spark which was required to turn something which looked like a draw into winning occasions. And this time she is not around. It's always difficult to replace such a talismanic player, but new talents, new finds will surely replace in any league, in any part of the world. For Gokulam Kerala, scouting is something they have got a lot of plaudits in. They use a lot of analytics, in fact, speaking with some of the officials in terms of how they go about picking players and using these statistics. So we are off then at the Kalinga Stadium, which match number 33. And so ARA Football Club and Gokulam Kerala, two teams who will go for it. A star-studded assembly on the pitch, an array of talents that can do the audacious as well as the simple. This is not the start of the season. This is when the top three is here today, gone tomorrow. So these are the teams, characters and plots for tonight. Gokulam Kerala, they have raw pace to burn. Shaumya and Manisha Kalyan, they have two players who are as earthy as they are relentless. And Gokulam Kerala Football Club will be unrelenting in their quest for the top spot. They have shortlist and quickly contact the person in charge in terms of recruiting player and getting these signings on board. Whether they can get it right for one or more season is what will be interesting to see. Here's an early attack, the flag going up against Manisha Kalyan. Ball played over the top, Manisha Kalyan. Offside by 2-3 yards. And RIFC going with a 4-4-2. Initially, when the team list was handed to us, it was a 4-3-3, but a last-minute tweak. Madhu Bala, she was initially left out, but included in the starting 11 later. Is very effective because it can adapt based on whether a team is setting out to attack or defend. Read on how to learn how to position themselves in the game plan. Whichever player has the ball will have to release it quick because the ground will be heavy. The grass won't help. These are the challenges of playing in conditions like this. Chances of the ball just skidding off the surface. It can trouble goalkeepers especially. They'll have to weigh their passes accurately. Both the teams. Seems like Gokulam Kerala quickly adapting to this wet, slippery surface. They are used to playing football back home in Kerala in conditions like this. So they are adapting a lot more quicker. And ARA Football Club will take time. The strikers, it is a common in the system to have a player playing high up the field, capable of holding the ball up and laying it off to his partner. And the player furthest up the field is often a big threat, with the physical strength to hold off defenders and bring their teammates into play. And it's Gokulam Kerala. Manisha Kalyan. It's throw in fact, in favour of ARA Football Club. As the side from Gujarat taking their time on the ball. Throw in taken shot. A bit of a head tennis going on there. It's been brought down. And now ARA Football Club on the ball is Shraddhanjali Panda. Nicely cut out though by Ashalata Devi. And now it's been picked up by Kiran, the skipper, taking the aerial route into no man's land, and is for Aditi Chauhan to collect. And now Gokulam Kerala playing the ball to feet inside their own half. It is in fact Dalima Chibba, the right full back, knocks it forward. It's a delightful run down the right. She's marauding into the penalty area. Cutback is open. In comes the cutback towards the back post, and that's the opening goal for Gokulam Kerala. And what a start for the Malabarians. And talk about immediate impact. And it's Manisha Kalyan getting her name on the score sheet. She is once again coming to the rescue for the side from Kerala. And off the blocks, very quick, Gokulam Kerala. What a start. Just the kind of start Anthony Andrews needed. And now they'll have to take the game towards Gokulam ARA Football Club, as Ashalata Devi plays it behind towards Aditi Chauhan. That was the goal. She was on the run, no one marking him, putting it on a platter for Manisha Kalyan, and she accepts the invitation. And it was Soumya, in fact, with clean set of heels, getting the better of a marker and putting it on a platter for the number 12. It was in fact an easy tap in for Manisha Kalyan, who comfortably makes it 1-0 for Gokulam. What a fine start. It's just a matter of time for Gokulam Kerala to take the lead in this game. So quick off the blocks. Is Ratan Bala Devi, Dalima Chibber, relentless in attack, the team in green. Not wearing their home colours in maroon. Here's Manisha again. It is common to have one defensive midfielder, and the way ARA Football Club have shaped up, it's going to be interesting to see who takes up that role, whether it's Kiran or the number 17 Poonam. And now stretching ARA Football Club on the flanks. It was a lower trajectory delivery, not getting the elevation. Ricochets of the defense. Having a very comfortable game, Gokulam Kerala, in terms of keeping possession. the other in midfield, and they still has a defensive responsibility, especially when the side does not have possession. But it is key that they get forward to support the strikers when the team has the ball. Otherwise, there is a risk that the front men would lack support, particularly if the wingers are not of the required quality. Here's Aditi Chauhan. And they build up again from behind. What a ball for Manisha Kalyan. The flag has stayed down. Manisha will get there with her long legs. Perfect cross towards the back post. Eluding everyone, not properly cleared, and Winton with the right footer has gone over. We saw Sethu Madurai make a quick start in the opening game of the day, scoring 3 goals within the first 9 minutes. The ball was initially nodded back into the danger area, and there was Wintan, and not being able to control her shot. Eventually goes over the top. And Ashalata Devi again. Ritu Rani. Dalima Chibar. Ritu Rani, Ashalata Devi, Dalima Chibar. 3 of them have been a pillar of strength for Gokulam at the back. They've been the mainstay. And up top, constant shuffling between Wintan and El Shaddai. Going through Wintan's inspirational story. Such a treat to watch her play. One more chance for Gokulam Kerala. Then this time down the middle, a perfectly timed challenge from Kavita. A remarkable effort, just denying Dangmei Grace from scoring. And amidst the star-studded lineup, Gokulam Kerala's foreign recruit from Myanmar has been wreaking havoc in front of goal, having netted 5 in as many matches. He's the first female footballer from Myanmar to make a move to India, and feels that her sojourn could open up avenues for more footballers from her country. Coming to Gokulam has been a unique experience for her, and no other women players in her country yet to experience of going abroad to play. And she hopes that if she do well, others will start getting such opportunities. She also mentioned that India is a beautiful country, and she loves going around Kerala, especially to the beaches. The people have been very kind to her, and everyone has been really helpful. The 27-year-old versatile player has had her past brushes with India, having played against the Blue Tigress twice back in 2019. She scored on both occasions, and in the first match win had scored an injury time goal to help her country beat India 2-0 in Bhubaneswar, while on the second occasion a hat-trick by Win held India to a 3-all draw in Yangon, a capital of Myanmar. Football that they play there is much more direct, and the style they play in Myanmar is what she said. It's a bit more difficult for her to adjust, but she have slowly climatized and accommodated herself to this style, and that has helped her add more elements to her game. Being one of the most versatile players in Southeast Asia, she feels comfortable playing in several positions. She has started as a midfielder, but had along the way started to play striker and on the wings as well. Gokulam on the charge. Wintan with a clever pass. It was too clever by half, and Poonam getting onto the second ball. Strong defending from Riturani. Struggling to play the ball out of their own region. ARA Football Club getting trapped in their own passing drills inside their own region. There's Dalima. First quarter of an hour gone here at the Kalinga Stadium. There is Gokulam Kerala leading by 1-0 thanks to that early strike from Manisha Kalyan. Soumya with the assist. The centre back pairing of Kavita and Naketa will be under the spotlight. The India Sub-Junior International alongside Poonam, Kavita. Poonam is on the right. Riturani, Dalima. Look how deep Kashmina is dropping to get to the ball, but Ashalata Devi goes over the top. Sudesh collects. Wintan mentioned that she enjoys playing just into the hole behind the striker. The formation employs one central striker and two wide forwards. They're almost always level and are required to work well with their respective fullbacks. Ranjana Chanu plays it onto Soumya. Shifting to the left wing. A chase is on from Dangmei Grace. Dangmei Grace sneaks in behind. Gets the shot away. It was completely scuffed. And no troubles whatsoever for Sudesh. Now Ratan Bala. Wintan on the chase. Sudesh with the clearance. It's been a one-sided affair. Like the previous 5 Gokulam Kerala matches. And they just need a victory here at any cost. Because their nearest rivals, Setu Madurai, occupying the top spot, and now it's on to them to reclaim the top spot.
which ideally they should. Now Ashalata Devi gives it towards Wintan, running the ball up the pitch. Back to Ranjana Chanu. Soumya with a ball in field. Now Ritu Rani, she's got to rebuild. Ratan Bala near the centre circle. Wintan dropping deep. Manisha Kalyan from the right, evades the challenge. Slightly heavy second touch, but she still gets to the ball with her long strides. Was she brought down? Goal kick awarded to ARA Football Club, and Manisha Kalyan, she's certainly not happy with the decision. A certain kind of threat she possesses every time as she goes forward. Capable to play on both the wings. A very handy player to have in the team. Nothing so far on the right hand side of the pitch, and every player to a man out there getting a block in of some sort, whether a shot is coming in or whether a cross is coming in, and that is what ARA Football Club got to do the remaining 70 minutes. Defending with bodies on the line. A clever play from Wintan, very tricky from the Myanmar international. And goal kick for ARA. At a top tier level, it's really very difficult to find players with a specific set of skills, but rounded sets transferable to several positions. And the 4-3-3 is a major step towards that, as each player is involved in multiple phases of the play. Even the fullbacks and the midfielders in particular need to be physically superior, multi-talented, and possess the desire to win matches. Has a free kick, Naketa. She's got an incredible range of distance with her free kicks. Dalima Chibbar. Manisha Kalyan. She has got Sadhanjali for company. Ranjana. A bit of a reverse ball for Dangmei Grace. Trying to catch the entire defensive unit flat-footed. That plan not working out. Riturani. Dalima in the center circle for Kashmina. Ranjana Chanu. Dangmei Grace. Soumya outside her. Getting support from Ranjana. Ranjana's early cross towards Manisha Kalyan. I can't quite control it, the number 12. Here is Anthony Andrews. He needed a quick start. Got it one already. The prime responsibility of the wingers is to take on the fullbacks and get the ball into the strikers. A typical old-fashioned winger will attempt to beat her defenders before crossing into the penalty area for strikers and advancing midfielders. And the wingers can also cut inside and pass to the teammates, but if they are instructed to cross the ball by their coach, then it is more likely they would do so on their favourite foot from wide position. That's exactly what Soumya did. While the advanced midfielder has a responsibility to support the striker, it is also the job of the wingers to get into the advanced goal scoring positions. Ranjana Chanu. Wintan, a very quick turn away from one. Shimmies onto her right foot, trying to pick out a right pass. Gone through the legs of the defender straight towards the goalkeeper. Now the ball chipped into space, but Dalima Chibar is there. And the Ahmedabad Racket Academy. They started their journey as a professional multi-sports academy in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, which mainly consists of racket sports and has been running since 2011 and began participating in Ahmedabad Junior League. The football club was among the newest projects established by the academy in recent times as an initiative by their owner, Vikram Patel. In 2018, the All India Football Federation nominated ARA for proposed inclusion in the 2018-19 Second Division League. And on 7th December, it was announced that ARA FC would be one of the 9 clubs to play that season. And thus the Ahmedabad Best Club became the only team from the state competing in the domestic tier league in men's category. Its women's football team competing in the Hero Indian Women's League, the highest division of Indian women's football. They have earned their rights in the Hero Indian Women's League by winning the qualifiers in Delhi beginning of last month. An injury to the number 22. In fact, it's the number 12, Manisha. She scored a brace against Hans Women Football Club for ARA in the last game at the Capital Ground. And the other goal coming in from Nisha. Soumya. Ratan Bala. Bypassing Kashmina, going towards Dalima Chiba. Gokulam continuing with the 2-4-3-1 with Ashalata and Ritu Rani holding a fort at the back to advanced full-backs in Dalima and Ranjana Chanu, and that is how the shape takes place while going in attack. They have lost it near the halfway area. In terms of formation and tactics, one of the major surprises of the 2018 season in Europe has been the rise of 3-1-4-2, and although it's only a very minor spin on the popular 3-5-2, seemingly a host of teams around Europe have implemented this formation, and not just in Italy, where the back three system are commonplace. Even the top clubs like Frankfurt, even Atletico Madrid, have used the formation in 2018. And one of the key reasons why the formation has been so successful for the teams like Sevilla, Atletico Madrid and Frankfurt this season is having a pivot who can control and dictate possession, like 4-1-4-1. The defensive midfielder is absolutely instrumental in dictating what happens in this formation. And this is often mechanically produced through the centre backs pushing wide and the full backs pushing high, opening up all the space in the world for the player. Everyone once on the ball, the pivot. And now time for the hydration break. As the rain starts pouring down again. This was the goal, Soumya. It was a very easy tap-in from Manisha Kalyan. Soumya just bursting down the right, running ahead of Kavita, and going past her with absolute ease. And then that low cross going all the way through towards the back post for Manisha Kalyan to finish. And now Poonam. Her pass was aimless. Danima and Manisha Kalyan combining. Oh, excellent back heel from Wintan. Dangmei Grace, he was surrounded by 4 blue shirts. And now might break here for Dangmei Grace. Wrong foots the defender and makes it 2-0 for Gokulam Kerala. Once again capitalizing on defensive error. Now just on the half an hour mark, it's 2-0 in favour of Gokulam. Dangmei Grace, number 11. What a fine finish. Keeping her composure in front of goal, ricocheting off Wintan. Wrong footing Kavita. And placing it into the back of the net. And goal number 6 for Dangmei Grace. It's looked like a very lopsided formation from Gokulam Kerala, where they are more attacking from the right, slightly more defensive down the left, which is why you can see Manisha Kalyan shifting to the right. She quickly realized that if she can exploit Shraddhanjali Panda, that would be great. Shraddhanjali just not so experienced like Poonam, which is why if she can start attacking from the right hand side, maybe something could be produced. On the midfield, trio of Kashmina, Ratan Bala, Dangmei Grace, so energetic, so quick, likes pressing higher up the pitch, and all those deft touches. A little tricks and flicks from Wintan. Soumya eventually gets to the ball. Soumya squeezing between 2 defenders, and now she's down. Nothing doing, says the ref. It did look like there was a contact. Rain continues. There is a forecast of rain for the next 4 days here in Bhubaneswar. And the way the ball is skidding off the surface, it catches up in unexpected pace, and eventually forcing the game to catch up as well, and nearly diverted by Kavita. Thankfully for Sudesh, that wasn't on target. And there you go, Dangmei Grace with the shot, hitting Kiran. And corner kick for Gokulam Kerala. Looking to play it short, Ashalata Devi. It's a high cross, nodded in, there's the header. A clean collection from Sudesh. Poonam not allowed to move forward from Kashmina. Wintan in the center of things, Dalima Chibba. She excels in this kind of areas. This time the cross not doing the trick. It was too close to the goalkeeper. Manisha Kalyan, Wintan outside her, and she's been found, but the cross is easily gathered. They're getting those crosses in time and again, predominantly from the right flank. It looks like a minor injury to her right hand. You can listen to the noise of the rain pelting down. Along with the wind. Very difficult conditions, especially for the goalkeepers. And this team, ARA Football Club, they play their home matches at the EKA Arena, which has a capacity of 20,000 spectators. The stadium is located in Kankaria Lake in Ahmedabad and has additional 10,000 temporary seats on the pitch area. Who would have wondered 5 years ago that there would be a club from a place like Gujarat at the top flight of Indian football. And All India Football Federation, with their relentless hard work, making it possible. We saw Mata Rukmani from Chhattisgarh talking about the Hero I League. Rajasthan United have been the recent inclusion. Qualifying for the Hero I League by winning the I League qualifiers in Bangalore. And Wintan, she's got a hands on head. She was flagged off marginally. And Naketa. The ball is towards nobody. Now Shalata Devi. Certain composure to her gameplay. Rock solid at the back. Hardly puts a foot wrong. Kashmina Ratnabala close to her. And now options to the left in Ranjana Chanu. Winton asking for it. Soumya is completely free to the left. It's been given as a handball. Taken very quickly. And now Soumya is on the march. Beaten away by the goalkeeper. Well done by Sudesh. Denying Gokulam Kerala their third. On this occasion, Dalima Chibba just trotting over. She is flagged off. It was a wonderful chance for Soumya. She was on the angle. Good save from Sudesh. Ratnabala Devi. Ranjana Chanu again. Looks long towards Winton. Nicely defended by Kavita. And now she is caught out of position. One step over. Now from Dangmei Grace. Ratnabala. I can't find Dangmei. No nonsense from Nisha. And all the attackers of ARA inside their own region busy defending. Only Madhubala is up top. Ratnabala. Asharata Devi was looking for the diagonal. Comes off the ref. And the major reason why many managers may be deploying this intricate system is because of its ability to accommodate two strikers in a team. As talked about best team shapes for 11v11, there has been a major shift away from two striker system in the past decade. For a while now, the 4-4-2 was the formation everyone played everywhere you travelled. Then came along the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-3-3, and a shift started to occur away from two striker system. It was out of fashion for a long time, but unlike the other system mentioned, the 3-1-4-2 accommodates two strikers in a team, just like the once standard 4-4-2. A very poor header from Ratnabala. Easy collection for Aditi Chauhan. Ritu Rani. Ritu Rani goes long, excellent takedown, one touch build up. Ratnabala Devi with a crossfield ball. What a wonderful pass for Winton. Winton gets there ahead of the keeper. She is out of position. Couple of green shirts arriving inside the box, and one of them is Dangmei Grace. She was waiting the ball slightly behind her, and the chance was gone. A goal was gaping for Gokulam Kerala. There it is, Winton. And getting ahead of the goalkeeper, waiting inside the 6-yard box was Dangmei Grace, but she mistimed her jump marginally and the chance was gone. Ranjana, Ratanbala, Ashalata Devi, Dalima Chibber. A clever flick from Winton, but only helps Naketa to clear. Just a minute of regulation time left in this half. Nothing in terms of attacking sense from ARA. It's been a similar pattern right from the off. Likes of Ratanbala, Winton dropping into midfield, Manisha Kalyan, Dangmei Grace adds a different dimension to the team. She was held. A free kick for ARA FC. Ashalata is there to clear. 3 minutes of additional time. Ashalata Devi, that's a stray pass. Might be a chance for Manisha. A slight miscommunication. Got to be careful, Gokulam. Ritu, Ashalata in her advanced role. A ball playing centre back. Here's Winton again. Ratanbala, and out wide is Ranjana Chanu. Excellent first touch from Dangmei Grace, and she squares it. Poonam was there to track, and Kavita in fact clears. Talking about ball playing centre back, Chinglan Sana Singh of the Indian men's team comes to mind. He is also from Manipur. Had a wonderful season with Hyderabad FC. Lifted the title. Kashmina. And Gokulam Kerala will be happy with their first half performance. They have scored 39 goals in 5.5 matches, with another 45 minutes yet to be played. The head coach Anthony Andrews just mentioning that how eager he is to complete 50 goals within the first 7 matches. That would be a remarkable achievement as well for his team. They have scored 99 in fact in the Kerala Women's League, and that's the end of the first half. It's been a very hard working first 45 minutes for ARA Football Club. And Gokulam Kerala just successfully frustrating them with those short passes in midfield, and from the wings they've exploited the space, gotten the better of the fullbacks, sending in the right kind of quality in the middle for the likes of Manisha Kalyan and Dangmei Grace to do the damage. And the Malabarians go into the break with a 2-0 lead. (84-16) the ball possession. 8 shots taken from Gokulam, 4 on target. They have won only one corner in the first half. Only one shot taken from ARA Football Club in the first half. Kiran, the skipper, taking it. She is wearing the number 10. Gokulam have taken 8 shots in the first half. Dangmei Grace with 4, Soumya with 2, Manisha Kalyan and Wintan with 1 each. Now let's have a look at the fouls committed by ARA in the first half. Only one. Kavita is the only name. On the flip side, Gokulam Kerala committing 4 fouls. Dangmei Grace, the attacker, with 2. And Kashmina, the number 23, who plays in the heart of midfield, with 1. And even Wintan with 1. Now these are the first half highlights. Match number 33 between Gokulam Kerala and RIFC kicking off in a rain-soaked windy night here at the Kalinga Stadium. And Soumya with the assist and Manisha Kalyan with the opening goal. She looks up once and delivers a lightning pace. Number 19. And there's a celebration. Ranjana Chanu also involved among them. And the knock back in the middle. No damage done. Poonam with the clearance, very weak one, and Winton's right-footed attempt goes sailing over the bar. And now capitalizing on the mistake, taking it under Poonam and making it count. Dangmei Grace. And there's a tiny little flick past the number 8 Kavita. And Dalima Chibber with the cross close to the keeper. Winton threading it along the floor for Soumya, beaten away by the goalkeeper. Winton rounding off Sudesh, and then the cross into the box slightly behind the number 11. So at half time it's 2-0 in favour of Gokulam Kerala. We'll join you shortly. Welcome back to the live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League 2021-22 from the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. And it's 2-0 in favour of Gokulam Kerala. But ARA Football Club makes a change early in the second half. As in fact the number 13, Kamini Munda, who comes in. We'll confirm you shortly whom she replaces though. And we are moments away from the start of the second half. The number 19, Soumya, slightly wasteful in the first half for Gokulam, but also putting one on plate for Manisha Kalyan. And now we step into another 45 minutes. The league to be played in a round robin format, and the winners goes through to the AFC Club Championship. Lots of goal-mouth actions in the first half, and all from Gokulam Kerala. And it's going to be interesting to see how they go about in the second 45 minutes, given that most of them are young players and they can apply from what coaches have told them. But it's going to be a mammoth task for ARA Football Club. To salvage something from this game, they need a very quick start, an early goal probably within the first 5 minutes of the second half. A very different kind of style observed when the players walk in. It's positive reinforcement continuously. These are the little things these players will turn into very big takeaways. Ritu Rani to the right for Dalima Chibar. It's too long. Manisha Kalyan is a target. A header from Wintan was a shader for the number 12. Not too far though. The cross from Dalima Chiba was inviting. This is one of her strength. Her pinpoint crosses. The number 13 just coming in place of Madhubala. She hardly been involved in the first half. She not to be blamed though. She's been devoid of service in the first half. And the midfielders of ARA Football Club just staying close to the defense line. Trying to bridge the gap between midfield and defense in that bargain. A huge gap with the sole number 9, which afforded the likes of Ashalata Devi, Ritu Rani to play slightly advanced. Another promising build-up, nicely cut out by Kavita. A sharp turn from Ratan Bala, finding Ranjana Chanu to her left. A cross is inviting, but Naketa gets in the way. The India Sub-Junior International sorting her feet out, and it was dipping towards the end. It hits the top netting. And it was in fact Ratan Bala Devi. The ball just dipping towards the end, causing some real issues for the goalkeeper. The number 32 for a moment was slightly under pressure. Ranjana Chanu. Attack continues for Gokulam. Manisha Kalyan stopped on her tracks. Shouts of handball. Referee says play on. Ashalata Devi searching for options and finds one. And the likes of her defensive partner Ritu Rani. Dalima Chiba opting to play it short. Towards her support on the right, that is Soumya. Knocks the ball one way, goes past her marker the other. Plays a very quick 1-2 with Dangmei Grace, and now through the middle, Ratan Bala. Excellent build-up from Gokulam Kerala. Dalima Chiba, 3 green shirts waiting in the penalty area. Dangmei Grace brings the ball under control. Dangmei keeps going, trying to buy a yard for the cross. So we're going slightly off balance. Ratan Bala Relentless in attack, Gokulam Kerala, Manisha Kalyan. And now the overlapping run offered by Ranjana Chanu. In comes the cross towards the middle. There's the towering header. And it's gone in. Soumya making it 3-0 for Gokulam Kerala. And once again the Malabarians, they roared. The jersey number 19. 1 goal and 1 assist for her. Look at that leap. Above 2 blue shirts. An inch perfect header from Soumya. And equally a wonderful cross down the left flank from Ranjana Chanu. Manisha Kalyan. Harassment continues for ARA Football Club. Winton brings the ball under control. Nice little disguise. Kiran saw that. An early cross. Only as far as the number 10. In fact, is the number 12. Onto it in a jiffy. Kashmina recovers the ball. Ranjana Chanu. Kiran this time with the interception. And the move breaks down. They got to quickly move the ball away from their own region. Taking the aerial route, Ritu Rani with a strong header into the feet of Soumya. Here's Dali Machibar. Five and a half odd minutes on the clock. It's 3-0. An early goal for Gokulam. And ARA Football Club, they started their journey by facing a 3-1 defeat into the hands of Odisha Sports. And the last game though, they defeated Hunts by the same margin. A game against SSB, pretty close, lost it by 3-2. Only 2 victories for them in the first 5 games. One of them against Odisha Police, that was a 3-1 win. Poonam, Madhubala and Kiran all got on the score sheet. Gokulam Kerala, their dream run continues. 12-0 in the opening game against Odisha Police, followed by a 2-0 in the second, 9-0 in the third game against Hunts. Defeated PIFA by 6-1. And in the last game, humiliated Mata Rukmani by 8-0 with a hat-trick from El Shaddai. But she's on the bench, and that gives you a clear indication of how strong this Gokulam Kerala lineup is. They can even do without her. And goes for placement was a Samiksha, a Kashmina, pardon me. Dale Machiba. Her extended feet from Winton to win the ball. Stuck a foot out. Hurting Naketa though. She had a very eventful SAF Under-18 Championship in Jamshedpur as the rain stopped pelting down. It was absolutely pouring in the first half of the day. And now slightly limping is Naketa. Now the coach will be hoping there's nothing serious to her. And Soumya. And look how tenacious she is. At full stretch on Nisha. And cleverly winning the corner kick. Dalima goes towards Manisha Kalyan, knocked back into the middle and grabs hold of it, Sudesh. Now the fresh of victories in the previous Hero Indian Women's League 2022 fixtures. ARA and Gokulam meet again at the Kalinga Stadium. Preparations in full swing for ARA, taking on the Gokulam challenge. Preet Bhatt quoted that the girls are positive for the next game and will try to carry the winning momentum. Gokulam are on the top of the table, so it would be a great challenge for his team. But their team is well prepared for it. Call is for the keeper. A comfortable height for Sudesh. Asking the players to go up, Sudesh. That was Dangmei Grace and Soumya with the cross. Harmless in the end. And this one too looks like gonna be a harmless for Sudesh. Absolutely no need to get that header in the way. Sometimes that can baffle goalkeepers. It was coming straight towards Sudesh. Maybe Kavita didn't want to take any kind of risks, and this time collects it comfortably. Manisha Kalyan's cross. Dangmei Grace between the lines, intended for Wintan, takes it towards the corner flag and comfortably wins the corner. Excellent presence of mind from Wintan. Gokulam with their third corner of the game, swung away from the goalkeeper. Manisha Kalyan's header not on point. Using her height very well, the number 12. Wintan and Sonali getting ready. They're warming up. Seems like gonna be two potential substitutes. The build-up continues for Gokulam. From the right, Wintan. Still Wintan holding on to it. Shows one way, goes the other. Ashalata Devi, Ranjana Chanu, Manisha Kalyan, just stepping away from the area. The cross is once again in, close to the goalkeeper. Makes a very strong call, Sudesh. Looking very confident in the second half. And how Preet Bhatt said that his team's performance has increased match by match and the players are getting better in confidence. And they are trying to minimize their individual mistakes. I can't find the run of Winton. Ranjana Chanu, Ashalata Devi, and Gokulam Kerala enjoying possession inside their own half, and now striding out of defence is the number 4. Plays the diagonal. A clearance from Nisha. Ratan Bala, perfectly placed for Manisha Kalyan to collect. Outside of the boot ball for Manisha Kalyan. Kavita is in the way, but she can still nick it off her with her long strides. At the hour mark here at the Kalinga Stadium, it's ARA Football Club 0, Gokulam Kerala 3. Goals from Manisha Kalyan and Soumya in the first half. Soumya in fact scoring the third one in the second half. Dangmei Grace was the one who scored the second. Manisha Kalyan leading the top scorers list with 11 goals. She is already into double digits. Free kick from a very tricky angle for ARA. Can they pull one back here? Yes. Seems like it's gonna be Naketa. She knows a thing or two about set pieces. Takes it indirect. Kiran. And the Gokulam Kerala players quickly rushing in and closing down the space, and Kiran not been able to generate backlift for the shot. She should have taken it by herself, Naketa. Gokulam Kerala has been in splendid form so far, winning each of their 5 Hero Indian Women's League opening fixtures, and ahead of facing ARA, the head coach Anthony Andrews mentioned ARA is a young side and with few players who were part of the national setup, and they've been progressing every game. They have won their last game and will be confident as they want to go into the game with a positive mindset and stick to their plans. Here's Manisha picking up pace. Manisha Kalyan with an early cross towards the edge of the area. A first time clearance from the ARAFC defence. Here's Dalima and asking for it and gets it. The pass is aimless. I cannot expect every passes to find the target. One or two of them eventually will be slightly off the mark. Winning the physical battle there. That was Kamini Munda. And Wintan will be taken off, and El Shaddai is dressing up. Now she will come on. Ratan Bala, the number 7, already done her job. Gokulam, they do need an out-and-out striker with crosses from both the wings. Whipped into the box. There's another one of them. And El Shaddai can utilize her tall frame. Wintan. Dalima Chiba. She is lining up a diagonal. In it comes. And excellently done there by Kavita. Still not cleared. And the loose ball makes it 4-0. Wintan, just before going off, makes her chance count. So opportunistic. The number 7. She is the one who will be taken off. Number 7. Gwynton. Excellent reflexes. And El Shaddai replaces her. This is Poonam, looking promising for ARA. That was the best move of the game from the home team. Kamini Munda winning it off her is El Shaddai. Poonam tied it up in midfield. Almost as if Gokulam Kerala are playing a practice game. Their defense hardly been tested in this competition. We are almost midway through the tournament. This is game number 6 and 5 more rounds remaining after this. But the game against Setu Madurai gonna be very, very interesting. El Shaddai running out of space. ARA FC are a very young side and with few players a part of the national team set. They've been progressing every game. They have won the previous 2 matches and are really confident before stepping into this with a very positive mindset and sticking to their plans. The head coach of Gokulam Kerala, once he used to be part of ARA Football Club, was also with Minerva Punjab previously. A very, very young Anthony Andrews, showing shades of a good manager. Ratan Bala, El Shaddai, gone past her way. Dangme Grace, Ranjana Chanu, Manisha Kalyan was expecting a throw-in, not agreeing with the referee's decision. El Shaddai now, she's got Manisha Kalyan for company. Spreads it towards Soumya. Space opening up down the right. Dalima Chibba joining in the party. A teasing ball towards El Shaddai. It's 5-0. This is what I was talking about. Gokulam Kerala needs height inside the 18-yard box. They have brought on El Shaddai and she makes her presence felt inside the box. Dalima Chibba once again with a teasing cross and easily putting it into the back of the net, scoring her 6th goal of this campaign. It's going from bad to worse for ARA. Goal number 42 scored by Gokulam with an average of 7 goals per game, even though 19 minutes of regulation time still remaining. And they're scoring goals for fun, the Malabarians. And now they're getting a change ready, ARA. Here's Kashmina, wide on the far left, but it's gone out of play, and that will allow time for the change. Number 28, Shreya, one of their promising defenders. Surprising why she didn't start. She will come in for the number 9. That is Khushbu, their under 18 player. With that, referee also blows the whistle for a hydration break. A chance for the managers to give in their ideas. A last quarter remaining though. It's all done and dusted. In terms of the result, there can only be one winner, and that is Gokulam Kerala. Hot favourites for the title. As soon as there is a full-time whistle, they'll regain their top spot, having a goal difference of plus 41. Incredible. Poonam, Kiran. She was highly creative in the last game. El Shaddai. Excellent first touch from Soumya. Dangmei Grace with a lot of trickery and flair. Closing down the gap wonderfully, Kiran. Both the number 10s getting into a tussle of their own. Stopped on her tracks, Soumya. Soumya goes on the outside. El Shaddai is waiting. Another inviting cross. It looked tasty, but the goalkeeper steps in. In addition, the Anthony Andrews spoke about the side's start to the season and the targets going forward. So far the team is doing good and they are really working hard to defend the title on and off the pitch and still have a few matches left in their hand. And they are focused and want to continue the same way. There are a few areas they need to work on and they will progress game by game and try and bring out their best. A double change, in fact, coming up for Gokulam. She's stripped from behind. Soumya is going to be a free kick for the Malabarians. And Karishma will come on, and so is Jyoti. Two very attacking changes made by Anthony Andrews. And goes off Soumya. She's had a wonderful evening. Involved in the opening goal. Kashmina also goes off, and in comes Jyoti. Chibber and Manisha Kalyan in set piece duties for Gokulam Kerala. Only two in blue in the wall, in Poonam and Nisha. Manisha Kalyan, she's got a mean left foot. Well planned though. Excellent positioning from Kavita. Karishma, Dalima. Nashalata Devi. Ranjana Chanu. Comes all the way behind. Got to just time her run to perfection. Manisha Kalyan bulldozing forward. El Shaddai takes over and El Shaddai makes it 6-0. Her 7th of this campaign and 2nd in this game. It's turning out to be a rout. Keeper did get her hand to it. Couldn't keep it out. Manisha Kalyan just with the sudden acceleration and just left it for El Shaddai to take over. It's going to go out of play. Ashalata Devi, Dangmei Grace, Chiba, Ratan Bala, Manisha Kalyan, Ranjana Chanu, there's the touch from El Shaddai, and again trying to make inroads. Karishma cutting in wonderfully, then holding her run for a second. She's offside. Jyoti. Lots of positives to take from this game for ARA. A lot of things to learn as they are going through a process. And Gokulam Kerala simply unplayable in this tournament. El Shaddai again on the run. El Shaddai is squeezing it towards Jyoti. She will manage to keep it in play. El Shaddai now towards the edge of the area. It's a cross towards the second post. Nodded back in the middle. Just evading Manisha Kalyan. This is that phase where Gokulam Kerala goes absolutely crazy. They would look to end the game on a high in double digits if possible. Still time for that to happen. About 9 minutes of regulation time remaining. Kiran, Poonam, here's Aditi Chauhan. She's hardly been visible in the second half, apart from few touches. Shreya Huda and Aditi Chauhan are the two goalkeepers for Gokulam. Both of them always have had a very quiet game whenever they started, and no such pressure on their defense. And apart from making few collections, their defensive resilience was broken once against PIFA, by PIFA rather. Nasilia with a diving header. Gokulam Kerala were taken by surprise. Jyoti, still Jyoti. Jyoti goes for it and makes it 7-0. A rocket launcher from the number 77. She checks inside. Look at that. A selling dummy to Kavita, checks inside, gets the full frame of the goal. Struck it with a lot of venom. And Sudesh didn't know what went past her. Gokulam Kerala, they are unbeaten so far in the last 16 games. And have won all 16 of them. 10 in the Kerala Women's League and 5 in the Hero Indian Women's League. Heading towards another victory. An incredible record Here's Aditi Chauhan, the skipper. Uh, 6 minutes of regulation time left. Manisha Kalyan. It's gonna be difficult to select today's hero of the game. El Shaddai with her direct running, helping Gokulam Kerala to create more avenues going forward. Karishma is surely offside. No second thoughts on that. Both the games, in fact, today turned out to be one-sided affairs. Setu Madurai winning their game comfortably by 4-0. Gokulam leading by 7-0. For Setu Madurai, the result would have been the same had they taken their chances in the second half. Sandhya, Elizabeth, they've been wasteful. And the title fight is going to be between these two teams, Setu Madurai and Gokulam. And Dalima, Manisha chesting it down for El Shaddai. Diverting all the way towards Karishma. It's a high cross overhead kick from Jyoti. Manisha was also interested. Ranjana Chanu now steps in. Ratan Baladevi. Dalima Chiba. Karishma is offside. Nisha. Gokulam Kerala will be looking to sustain this momentum as we are approaching last few stages and win the league in the end, and that would be a very special moment for all the players. Gonna be the only club to win back-to-back Hero Indian Women's League title. Kerala continues to dominate in Indian football. Recently lifted the Santosh Trophy by defeating Bengal in tie-breaker in the final. And even the Hero I-League trophy this season most likely to be retained by Gokulam Kerala. They are just a win away. That was the attempt from ARA Kamini. At least that was a shot off target. Their first of the game. Pushing up, trying to show some intent. El Shaddai, can she complete her hat-trick? And Naketa stood firm. El Shaddai again. Brushed off. She recovers. Ratan Bala. Jyoti, a heavy touch. A couple of games also coming up tomorrow, and Odisha's Police will take on Sirvadam Sports Club at the Capital Ground. A 3:30 p.m. kickoff, and the last game of the day at the Kalinga Stadium is going to be between SSB Women Football Club and Kickstart. That is another mouth-watering encounter coming your way, live and exclusive only on Eurosport. Additional time of 3 minutes. At the Battalion Ground, Indian Arrows will take on Hunts Women Football Club. Three very crucial games coming up. Gokulam once again keeps coming down the middle. Dalima Chibar across towards El Shaddai. And El Shaddai with a few kippy uppies. Jyoti, Ranjana Chanu. They are desperate for more, eventually running out of space. There she is. Likes to attack Ranjana Chanu, the number 14. A very attacking minded fullback. Ratan Bala, Jyoti. Racing down the middle is El Shaddai, Manisha Kalyan. Hustling and bustling. The shot has gone wide. Now we are into the final minute of this game between Gokulam Kerala and ARA Football Club. And Gokulam Kerala heading towards another landslide victory. And they've made it a habit in the Hero Indian Women's League. Karishma. Last 20 seconds. Will there be a final flourish? What a pass. Jyoti looks up, delivers. El Shaddai is on a hat-trick and she completes it. She completes her hat-trick, El Shaddai. Goal number 8 for the Ghanaian striker. It's been crosses galore. And 8-0 in the last game against Mata Rukmani. And 8-0 again tonight against ARA. She is a fox in the box. El Shaddai, and that's the full-time whistle. Gokulam Kerala reclaims their top spot with this victory here tonight. That takes them to 18 points from 6 matches, level on points with Setu Madurai, who are now second in goal difference. Gokulam Kerala with a goal difference of plus 44. They've scored 45 times. Manisha Kalyan with 11 goals. El Shaddai with 8. Her first hat-trick, in fact, of this edition of the Hero Indian Women's League. And she is the one who will be bagging the Hero of the Match award. for being very, very clinical tonight here. She is awarded a check of 5,000 rupees powered by Hero Motorcorp Limited. That's the full-time score line from the Kalinga Stadium. It's ARA Football Club 0, Gokulam Kerala FC 8. The match stats 80-20, ball possession 24 shots taken, 11 of them on target. Gokulam winning 3 corners, none on the opposite end from ARA. Only 1 shot taken by Kiran throughout this game for ARA Football Club. Uh, 24 shots taken by Gokulam Kerala. Dangmei Grace with 5, El Chadai with 4, converted 3 of them. Somya with 4, Wintan with 4, Manisha Kalyan with 3, Ratan Bala with 2 and Jyoti with 1. Now we'll have a look at the number of fouls being committed. Only 3. Kavita, Nisha and Poonam with 1 each. The other fouls committed by Gokulam Kerala in this game. Dangmei Grace with 2, Kashmina with 2, Karishma with 1 and Wintan with 1. Now we will have a look at the 6 goals that is being scored in this game. Beginning with the first one. Soumya, Manisha Kalyan accepts the invitation with open arms. This is how it all started. Only 3 goals in the first half and 5 in the second. And capitalizing on a defensive error. Pouncing onto the loose ball, Dangmei Grace. Doubling the money for Gokulam Kerala tonight. The third goal, Ranjana Chanu's cross and the towering header from Soumya, the number 19. Ratan Bala's a low shot and Wintan on the stretch, making it 4-0. Dalima Chibber's cross and El Chadai on target, scoring the 5th. What a telling delivery from the number 17, the right full back. Manisha Kalyan leaving it for El Chadai at the last minute to take over, making it half a dozen for Gokulam. She was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And in fact, the 6th goal of the game scored by Jyoti. And the second last, in fact, of the game, getting the full frame visible. Striking it with a lot of venom. And then El Chadai completing her hat-trick, making it 7-8-0 for Gokulam Kerala. That's the full-time scoreline from the Kalinga Stadium. It's ARA Football Club 0, Gokulam Kerala 8. Thanks for joining us and good night.